fellow geeks, and welcome to the Geek Easy Lounge, where today we will be talking about Shudder, number 3. It is the world's #1 illustrated horror magazine, at least according to the cover, anyway. This is kind of like the old EC comics, where they got, Tales from the Crypt and all that, because each one is introduced by, what is her name? Auntie Shudder. And in this one, there is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, which are all, to varying degree, pretty good. Some are better than others, but the first one is about a guy who's out in the wilderness in the middle of winter. It's a really long winter, and he's starving. And some woman comes along and helps him catch some a wolf that gets taken into town, into their little city, and they start sharing food with him, and there's a lottery as to, stuff. And he's assuming it's who gets to die so that all the rest of the people can eat. And then we find out what's really happening. Each one of these stories is, typical situation, and then a little twist at the end. Then there is Dismember the Alamo, which takes place at the Alamo, and there's a vampire that's there right before the attack. And then a really quick, short one about a guy who lives in this house, and he keeps taking in these young orphans. They're living on the streets, taking them in, he's taking care of them, and then we find out what he's actually bringing them in for. And no, it's not anything sexual. And then another story about a movie producer back in the 30s. They're trying to make a new mummy movie. Or actually, it's probably nowadays. But they want to use a real mummy as opposed to using CGI. Because they want to have the scene at the end where they kill the mummy, and they want to make it look realistic without using CGI. And so they use a real mummy, and we all see how that turns out. And then a story about a guy who was a cleaner. The mob, they kill people, and they need someone to get rid of the bodies. That is the cleaner. And it's a story about the people not trusting this particular cleaner, and then how bad things happen there. My favorite was the one with the cleaner and the mummy one. I'm actually going to start just buying every issue that comes out monthly, because they're really good stories, and I like old-timey black and white horror things sort of like this. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Say, if you are into stuff like this, pick it up, because it's really an enjoyable, fun times for a little quick couple of hours of reading. Anyway, let me know in the comments below whether you read stuff like this and what you think. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your horror.